You're nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, a heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. You're nothing but. They're finding new ways to scam the elderly, scam the not tech savvy. They're using people's voices to call loved ones, and I'm in distress. Send me some money and all this other crazy stuff. And people are falling for it because it's very convincing. Everybody's using AI to entertain themselves, to see how they're gonna look pregnant, how they're gonna look this way, how they're gonna look. All these different, prompts and games and entertaining things, but our image is just getting more and more. We're giving more and more permissions. We're not reading terms and conditions. We're giving these apps permissions to do with whatever they want to our face, with our face, I should say, doing whatever they want with our face, not to our face. So at least I hope not, at least not yet. Level uploading, level uploading, level uploading. Hi everybody, welcome back to Level Uploading, Fight Feelings, Face Facts with yours truly, Shay. Hey! Hope you guys are doing well on this beautiful, what's the day? Thursday. I just want to pop in very quickly and just discuss something that I have discussed before. I'm sure many of us have thought about, seen, and looked at, and that's AI. It's taken over, like the age of deception. And not only deceiving us as far as like the trickery of not knowing what's real or what's fake. They have filters that make real life videos look like AI. They have AI videos that look like real life videos. You're watching something and you can't tell if it's a real person or some computer generated image, and that sucks. And as a person who projects my image and my voice out to the masses, it's just so terrifying, because as we see, AI is continually getting better and better with each passing day, with each passing prompt, with each passing critique, thumbs up, good edit, whatever that we give it. And it's like, how is this going to affect our community, our society? Like right now we're looking at it in the entertainment field of like, oh, this is funny, or this is annoying, or this is jokes. But how does that affect, like, how do you know that something is not AI generated? The better that it gets, say for instance, this is just the enemy. This is how you know it's the enemy, because it's deception. Like the knowledge we like to, in this society, we like to say that knowledge is, power and all these good things, but you gotta think about the tree that Adam and Eve ate from. Just saying. But knowledge is not always good. Some things you are not supposed to know, some things you are not supposed to have access to. But anyway, think about, you are being blackmailed for something that looks authentic. Think about your best friend getting a phone call with something that looks like or sounds just like you talking about them when it wasn't. How do you prove that? Think about, you're in the courtroom and someone has doctored up some ring footage and it looks like you're the one running out of the establishment with the person who's been unalived. As AI progressively deceives us more and more, how are we going to be able to decipher what is real and what is not? Now, right now, we're in the very early stages, and there are so many people who are getting tricked. So imagine when it really starts to fine-tune those little things. I remember when AI first really started kind of getting popular again, and it was like hands. They couldn't never get hands right. It was like, can't get hands right, can't get hands right. That's how you can tell, that's how you can tell. Look at the stuff now. Them hands look better than your own hand. I mean, not mine. Not mine, but no, I'm just kidding. But like, it's going to progressively get better. Those little telltale signs, AI is going to comb the comments and see the critiques. AI is going to comb the comments and see, oh, okay, we dropped the ball on this, let me fix it. Everybody's using AI to entertain themselves, to see how they're going to look present, how they're going to look this way, how they're going to look. All these different, prompts and games and entertaining things. But our image is just getting more and more. We're giving more and more permissions. We're not reading terms and conditions. We're giving these apps permissions to do with whatever they want to our face. With our face, I should say. Doing whatever they want with our face. Not to our face. So at least I hope not. At least not yet. But think about, they don't want to have paid actors. They talk about the entertainment industry wanting to utilize artists, singers, writers. They don't. What was that movie, or was that Black Mirror? Or was that a movie? It was something on Netflix, I know, that where they were just they took Selma Hayek's image and they just let that be the image, and they put her in the movie without putting her in the movie. And it's okay, cool, that doesn't sound so bad, but who gets paid? What about all these actors who went to acting school and who have all these huge houses and huge expenses? Who gets paid when their image is being used, but they're not being actually the person that's doing the acting? Who gets used? Who gets paid for that? And who's to say they won't take your image and put it on the side of a herpes commercial? Ultimately, if that is not your lifestyle and they're putting your image on it, imagine. I honestly, I'm going to try to find the video. So there was a video circulating not too long ago, maybe a year ago or so, and it was a young lady who was watching an ad, and it was her face, and she's like, I didn't do any ad, I didn't get any sponsorships, I didn't get paid. They basically, these apps that we're not reading the terms and conditions, we're just signing up because we want the free edits, and they're taking your face and your image and they're using it, they're monetizing it, and you're not getting any money from it.
Is they pulled footage from by far the most vulnerable video I'd ever posted on my channel. So this ad was me in my bedroom in my old apartment in Austin wearing my clothes talking about their pill. The only thing is it wasn't my voice. Okay, I'm gonna play a couple seconds of that, but do be warned. Obviously there's mentions of sexual things, so.
Embarrassing moments. Michael spent years having a lot of difficulty maintaining an erection and having a very small...
Isn't that crazy?
It's really terrifying. If I can find the video, I will insert it somewhere in here. But guys, another thing I want to talk about real quick, and then I'm going to be gone. It's just the deception, the enemy, things that we think are going to help our society, make it easier. Oh, instead of looking at Google, we can just chat GPT it and it'll give us all the answers and it'll do all the work for us. These things are slowly deteriorating your brain. But there's another side. Scammers, people who actually use their brain they actually are very smart, and they use their brain power for negative instead of good. They're finding new ways to scam the elderly, scam the not tech savvy. They're using people's voices to call loved ones, and I'm in distress, send me some money, and all this other crazy stuff. And people are falling for it because it's very convincing. It's very accurate. I've seen videos where I'm making sure that it's AI. I know that it's AI because I went to school for graphics, so I can pick up on things a little bit easier than maybe other people. But it's getting good where I'm literally studying. I'm having to say, okay, wait, that disappeared and then that went and morphed, and then I'm having to literally study because it's getting that good, and I know this is nowhere near where it's gonna be. This time next year it's probably gonna be 3 times better, if not more. So I did make a post on Facebook just basically saying, if you guys are out here, if you have elderly or not very tech savvy family members, please you guys get together, put your phones somewhere far, because they are monitoring spirits. They're monitoring spirits. They listen to us. If you got a Google house or whatever, try not to just be somewhere where you know that you're not being monitored. And unfortunately, that is not as easy as it might seem this day and age, because all these devices are just they're tracking us or listening. It's just a lot. But I don't want to go down conspiracy theory lane. That's not where you guys are here. But find a way to have a safe word for each other. so that if a scammer is calling, using my voice saying, you know, mom, I'm stranded, somebody left me stranded in the middle of nowhere, can you please Zelle this number, my phone broke, but if you get it to them I can get the money, like all this other crazy stuff. And if you're a mother and you pick up that phone and you hear your baby in distress, you're not thinking about logic. You're thinking about, how can I get them what they need? How can I help them? How can I get them home safely, or whatever, get them out the predicament? You're not able, and they use the sense of urgency to take you out of discernment, to take you rush, just like the enemy. Make rush decisions. Don't have time to think. Rush and eat this apple or forbidden fruit, whatever. Like, and they use that urgency and they trick people into sending thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, freaking people out, old people giving out their information, thinking they're talking to their sweet grandbaby who hasn't called in 3 weeks or 3 months. It's just so sad, guys. It's so sad. And I want you to understand fully that anybody can get got. I'm seeing them taking the sound of Tupac and the sound of Michael Jackson songs and then filtering it through AI and making up songs saying all type of crazy stuff. These people have been dead and gone for years. So how much more content and access can they have to people who are alive now, breathing, and more up to date with how they're talking and things like that? It's just something to think about. And this is the age of deception. And our Bible talks about how turned around this world is going to be, and this is just one of the first steps, unfortunately. It's just one of the first steps. So not only did I just want to bring that up to you guys, but I also just wanted to give you that helpful tip. Please, if y'all can, have a safe word, so that if somebody calls your mother or your father or your grandmother with the voice saying something, and you say, okay, I hear you, okay, give me the safe word. A scammer don't know that safe word. They can use the voice, it can sound like you, they can make the voice cry, they can do all type of things. They don't know that safe word. If that safe word isn't said, then you have alarm bells that should be going off in your head that this is a scam. Why is my child calling me from a number that's not theirs? Why I can't hang up the phone and call them right back and it goes to them? Why don't they know the code word? And it should be something easily remembered, but it should also not be, what's the word, like generic. Like if your family is the Joneses, it shouldn't be Jones Brothers. Like it should be something that's gonna take a little effort to figure out. But anyway, guys, I'm going to try to find the videos of a couple of different scams and things like that, just for knowledge purposes. This is not my normal format of how I do my videos, but this AI stuff has really not only made the internet a completely unsafe place because it's spreading information that's completely false. Some of these people take medical advice from this stuff. Like, I have family members who's like looking at reels, and some of the reels are, just AI generated and it's talking about real stuff. But what happens when some malicious or sinister or troll gets on there and says, yeah, if you are experiencing this, just put foil in the microwave, and like this stuff can be harmful. You don't know how many demonic, trolly, sadistic people we have out here who would think, well, if they're stupid enough to listen, then that's what they get. That's how people think out here. And unfortunately, I am in a place in my life where in my late 30s, I'm watching my family members, my loved ones, get older and older and older. I'm watching them not really understand everything that comes with these new features. I'm also seeing them being addicted to their phones and scrolling and doom scrolling, just like a teenager, just like a young person. So they have access to this. It's not like the days when they weren't caring about it that much, or before TikTok and they got all addicted and wanted to watch everything these days. Like, they have access. They are vulnerable, and we should be trying our very best to protect our vulnerable members of society, because unfortunately, just like in the wild, that weakling, that runt, that vulnerable calf in the herd is easy prey for the lion. I don't want my family to be easy prey. I don't want to be easy prey. And it's so sad that you have to second guess everything, because everybody out here is scamming, trying to take advantage of you. And then living in America, it's also hard because a lot of people think that people in America just have money, and it's just not true. Come to America and you will see that it's just not true. But also, I understand that even in our poverty, we do have a certain level of privilege that we just don't understand. So I don't ever want to downplay that even our impoverished community has advantages to some other communities and other places. But please, y'all, there's people out here that can't even barely feed their families, and they're getting scammed. Imagine getting scammed and you don't have any money to even feed your family, and the person on the other end don't care. They're just trying to survive too. I hate what this world is becoming. Although we already knew what it was going to be, we already have we know how this story ends. But it's still really disheartening to watch. So I am thankful that I do have a Heavenly Father who loves me and who I can just keep my eyes on him. Try not to just overdo it with focusing on this world and the things that is going on. Like, you have to stay informed, but like, you can't dwell on it, because this place will have you in an insane asylum, okay? But on that note, guys, I'm going to call this episode done. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and that maybe this sparks a conversation that you could possibly have with your loved ones. I do personally plan on having a little powwow with everybody and at least giving them a little once over, because I don't want them to become victims. I want to empower them with as much information as they can consume and retain, so that they don't become victimized, at least not from a standpoint of not knowing, you know? On that note, guys, I will see you on the next episode. Bye.